Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look, how I achieved this step by step, from the color to the lace wig installation, the stocking cap method. This is actually my first time using the stocking cap method, and it melted so lovely. And this is no glue. It worked out actually really perfectly. So let's get into it. So this is the blonde wig. This is the color that it comes. If you don't know, this blonde weave, like, it comes in this color that's kind of like it got a yellow tint to it. So I learned about this trick to washing out the yellow tint. It's called purple shampoo, and it really removes the yellow out of the blonde so your hair can be more blonde. And this is it. It's Shimmer Lights, and it's from Sally's. I'm so happy I found out about this method. Oh my god, it saved my life. Like, your hair will be blonde and not have a yellow tint to it with this shampoo. So you're gonna wash it 2 to 3 times. It depends on how much yellow comes out of the hair the first time, and then you get to see. So this is my first time washing it. I'm actually gonna wash this 3 times. And I'm only going this hard, y'all, because this is a light color that I'm using. This color is, I wanted to do mint green, but it actually came out a little darker than mint green. So that's an extremely light color. So I needed to get all the yellow and brassness out of this hair, and I needed it blonde as it could be. So this is the first wash. This is the second wash right now. And for the second wash, I let it sit on for 2 hours. I'm like, you know what, let me just let it sit, because I washed the first round out too fast. So I let the second wash sit in for 2 hours, and that's when I really seen, I was like, okay, it's out now. So I let it sit for 2 hours. And look, it looked like it started like melting, and you can't even tell shampoo. And that little purple, that's actually good. It looked like a stain, but the purple on the hair, it shows you that means it's really working. That means that the more yellow is out on those spots. As you can see, all the yellow, is gone out of the blonde. So it's like a white blonde now. It's like Snow White. And that's what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to get the yellow out. I wanted to be white so I can use my color dye. And the lace is a little bit tinted. I'm about to show you how I did it. So this is a paste dye when it comes in this tube. It's ion, and the color is dark warm blonde 6W, and I got it from Sally's also. I used a little bit 30 developer, like just a tiny bit, because first I was like, am I supposed to use developer? Directions don't really say. So I just used a little bit of 30 developer, and I mixed it with this paste dye. And it's kind of thick, kind of medium to thick. And I just put it on the whole lace. And it's light brown right now. It's like the color that my skin is. So I try to pick a color that's the closest to my skin color, my scalp color. So it's light brown right now. And after it sit for 30 minutes, this is the color it comes out. It looks like chocolate. It looks like some chocolate melted on my lace wig. Look how intense the dye is. It dyed the little strings in the back. And I rinsed it out, and this is it. Now you really can see the color of the wig, the platinum blonde. Because I didn't really get a lot of good pictures of it after I washed it with the purple shampoo so many times. But yeah, it was a real platinum blonde. And that was what I was trying to achieve for this light color. So I'm going to be using Adore Rinse. It is a watercolor dye, Adore Rinse. And it's going to be Sweet Mint and Jade. And first I'm going to mix Sweet Mint and Jade together and see what it comes out to be. Because I want to go towards a mint color, but I was liking the blue too. So I was like, maybe the blue will tone it down a little bit. So it won't be like a loud mint green. It will be kind of just like pastel mint green with a little darker tint. So the first string I put on the mix Sweet Mint and Jade, and then for the second string it's just Jade by itself. And I went with the mix, and I put a little water in the in this pan, because this water dyes. So I'm like, if I put more water in, that will water it down a lot. So I just put a little water if you use a whole lot of water with water dye, your color is going to water out a whole lot, and you're not going to get the full color like what you would get if you're just using, like, just buy two of whatever color you're using, because it's a water dye. It's a water dye type of rinse. So I put more mint green in. So I put more, not mint green, that's the color I wanted. I put more of the green that's called Sweet Mint by Adore. And now I'm about to just paste it all in the hair. And I was using this pan so it don't get on my counter, but it still ended up, it didn't stain though. And look how much soap bubbles is in. Like, it's so soapy. And I was thinking that maybe I left on too much shampoo, but it kind of is subby. What you call it? Sub soap. That's in the rinse already. Plus, I probably had on a little bit of shampoo because I washed the hair about 3 times before I put this dye on. Look how much shampoo is in there. So right now, I'm just trying to make sure the dye get in the middle because it got on the ends just perfectly. And this is my first time even doing this with a mannequin. So I just took the brush and kind of went in. And I went in with more of the blue instead of doing a mix, it looked like. So that's why it probably didn't come out as mint green as I wanted to. Look how much soap buds. Look at this color. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It looked like mermaid. It looks so yummy. I was really excited looking at this color. I was like, yep, I'm about to love this hair. So I let it sit for actually overnight. So that probably was like 10 hours. And I rinsed it out, put conditioner in, let the conditioner sit on for like 20-30 minutes. Wash the conditioner out. And this is the color it came out. I actually used the purple shampoo for the top to like dull out the loud brassness of the color. And right now I'm using the stocking cap method. This is so new to me. I'm using the Got2b spray and letting it dry with this blow dryer because my hand blow dryer is broken. I'm waiting for another one. And I'm just putting more, making sure it's on my corners, by my ears, letting it dry. This looks so funny. Oh my God. So I cut the ears on the hole so I cut the ears out, whatever. Cut down the middle, and now I'm using the Got2b gel around the edges. I'm not using any glue because I care for my edges too much. I'm claustrophobic. I don't want anything married to my hair. I want to be able to take it off. And this Got2b gel and spray, it actually holds on for days, and I feel like it protects your hair more than glue. So I'm using the makeup foundation. It's the same color as my skin, and I'm putting it around the edges of my wig cap. And oh my God, how much this melted on my head this is amazing to me to see. I look bald. And if you want your wig to stay on for weeks, you can use glue. It's optional. So I'm just putting the wig on right now with not the Got2b gel. I'm just sitting it on because I have to cut it and stuff first. So right now I'm just trying it out to see how it fits around my edges and to see how I'm going to cut it. I'm using some big scissors. You can use a small razor, but I just feel more like prone to using big scissors. I don't know why. So I'm cutting around my edges. I'm going to go up closer to cut that little spot at the top that's more lace. Because you want to cut out as much lace as possible until you see it looking like your real edges. And until you see it looking like your real hairline. Like it goes with your real hairline. So I'm seeing how it fits, if it's good. So I'm pushing it back to put the Got2b gel on. And again, you can use glue if you want it to stay on for days. I just do not want my wig to be on for days like that. I'm too claustrophobic for it. I hate for something to be on my hair and it can't move and I can't take it off. That makes me feel like I'm about to go crazy. So this method is going to stay on. Like I said, it's going to stay on for at least 2 days at the max. It depends on how much you sweat and how bad you sleep. So I'm letting it get tacky. So I want to say, if you decide to use Got2b gel and not Ghost Bond glue or any type of lace glue, so the wig itself will start wearing off after a few days, but the stocking cap won't. The stocking cap will still be on. Got2b gel loosens up with sweat and heat. and it's not permanent as glue would be. It just looked perfect. It still look wiggy, so I have to part my edges, part around my whole edges of the wig, and then make it look as natural as possible, because it's really wiggy. I'm gonna use these big old comb scissors, comb razor from the beauty store. It's like $2 from the beauty store. And I use this regular razor because the plucking method using the tweezers is too many hairs to be trying to pluck. Like that would take forever to me. And it's quicker and it's faster to use this razor. So I use the razor a whole lot. Like I shave off as much hair as possible. I even go in between. You want to make it look as natural as possible. So this is where I go in between and take out the hair. And I'm gonna do my edges probably like 3 different times in this video, because you gotta cut off so much hair, and at first you be scared, especially it's one of your first times like taking out that much hair. So you do little by little. So that's what I do. I cut the edges, and I do the edges about 3 different times. So this is my first go around with plucking my edges. Not even plucking, razor blading my edges. Because I'm taking out a lot of hair at one time. So I'm going to part it down the middle. And whatever my part is down the middle, I was using that was just wrong. But okay, so the razor is what I meant to be using. So I'm going to go across the part down the middle. I'm like lightly brushing it. It looked like I'm taking out a lot, but I wish it was taking out more than it actually was. It's just like it's taking out little by little. And even though it's a razor blade, it's still not, because I'm not like harshly putting it on my scalp, and I'm just like lightly doing it, like brushing it like real fast. This is a real wig, so it's wiggy. It's real wiggy, like your wigs your grandma used to wear back in the day. Just no plucking, nothing. You have to pluck your edges so much on these wigs to make it look as natural as possible. You cannot be scared to take off as much hair as you need to, but you also have to be careful because you don't want a bald spot. So I'm even going to use this comb razor to go in between, because the hair is so thick in the front. It's so full and thick. Wiggy, 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 wiggy. I'm going to part it some more on each side and just take out as much hair as I can, but still being careful at the same time, because I don't want no bald spots, especially in the front. And I don't want to take off too much hair for my layers in the front. So I just take off just the right amount. See, it still kind of look full and big. So I'm thinking right here, like, okay, I got to take off more hair. But I got to be careful about it. So I'm about to take off more hair. I'm parting my edges again. I'm going to take off more hair this time. And you see, I already then took off some, so it's not so bad. I just got to do a little bit more cleaning up. And you can take these steps and do it like you go back to it, like you do your edges the first time and see how you like it, because you want to be careful. Like it's no going back once you then fucked up your wig. It's no going back, so you have to be careful as possible. So I do it in 2 to 3 parts, like especially if I'm not rushing. If I'm not rushing to go anywhere, I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to come back to them edges after I didn't try for the first time. And right here, it looked like it's coming together. Like it looked like, okay, I see where it's going now. It actually looks good. It looks like how I wanted it to get. So I'm going to do the other side. I'm trying to do the other side exactly like my favorite side. So you want to make them edges look as natural as possible. And this is where it started to come together for me. This is where I was like, okay, all my hard work is paying off, because it's looking like it's time for me to flat iron my hair and style my hair now. I touched it up just a little bit more, and yep, now it's time to flat iron. It's time to style this hair. So I'm using this form for my edges, And it really can be any type of style and form. You can even use gel. The gel is more hard and it will stay, like, so the form you able to play with it a little bit. And you can't really tell a thing up, but by my ear on this side, I razor bladed it too much and I cut a hole in my lace. Yep, there we go. I'm like, okay, I see the whole vision now. My hair is basically finished because this is the hardest part of the whole wig installation process. The hardest part is the plucking and the edges, because you don't want to look too crazy. You want it to look natural, but then if you still want some baby hair, like, baby hair is an optional. I didn't have to do baby's hair, but I wanted to. So it took a little minute. And it finally looked like, okay, I'm finished with this part. I'm finished the hardest part. And I'm about to just tie it up and let it sit, let my edges marinate. And just let it get its thoughts together, because it didn't work me. And I'm curling it with this winder. I'm just doing big curls because I'm ready to see how the finished look. But you don't never see how your finished look until you do your makeup. So that's why I'm hurrying up and curling my whole head so I can do my makeup, so I could really see how my style came out and how it really looked like when I'm about to go outside. Baby, these curls is giving. Like, I love how my hair came out. And I'm not even so crazy about the curls, but I'm just like, it does what it's supposed to do. For me personally, it has given what it's supposed to give. And I love a watered down, messy curl, like not too perfect, pinned up tight. And yeah, it just came out real good. It's ready for outside. And it's the first date. So I was like, let me try a opposite look for the second day, like flat iron, straight tone, way down. And this is how it came out. Besides me messing up this side of my ear, it came out okay. I had to live with it. I went more natural to see how much I really like this color, like with barely nothing on. So I was like, you know what? Let me put some lashes on. Let me beat my face a little bit more, because I'm about to go outside. And these lashes is from my site. The natural look was good or whatever, but I had to put on some lashes, some blush. And I'm like, okay, this is the makeup look for this hair. Okay, this is the official makeup look for this hair. It's giving everything. The little wing. Maybe the wing was too much, but you know what you know. This is my look. I actually have a makeup tutorial on this look. This is my natural classic beat, my everyday type of makeup look. And these perfect lashes that I love so much. It come from my site, Cdotcartershop.com. They're not too big, not too small. They're just perfect. And they kind of like wispy. And that's my favorite type of lash. My Instagram is Cdotcarter, and you can find everything on there. Link in my bio. These press-ons. I'm actually a nail artist. So these press-ons that I make is Cdotcarter nails. And just follow my Instagram, C.Carter, and I tag all my businesses in there. If you want to see more videos, like, comment, and subscribe.